Nowhere else. So we object to that, and our people must not go to David to discuss our business. And of course, with the results of the JCC report, we expect further delays, all because of improper planning and execution, and because of the wrong intentions by the government, an intention to deceive and to corrupt. The hospital, 1 year ago, these were the words of the Minister of Health 1 year ago. It is just a note to Cabinet, and once the note is passed, we are on our way because the design is already in place. Well, we know that. Nothing has been done with regard to the Fortin Hospital. We had all the plans ready, but for some reason, we had a fixed location. Some reason they are hell-bent on placing it on the partially developed site dedicated to accommodating existing and new businesses. The Fortin E-Tech site, they have taken that away from the business people of Fortin. And to date, there's no replacement site for the private sector. So you have no replacement site for E-Tech, no hospital. There's a dismantling, as usual, of everything that was put forward by us and that is workable and that was in progress. That is their style. Dismantle everything. Forget the country. Dismantle. And meanwhile, the people of Fortin are suffering health-wise. No ICU, a scorpion sting, death, a complicated delivery, death. And I'll tell you something, by the time Lent is over, end of March, we'll give the Lenten grace, it is going to be trouble over this hospital. And we need the support of each and every one of you. I hope I have that. We demand our hospital in Fortin. Mr. Minister of Health and Madam Prime Minister. And it is not only the large capital projects, Captiville Primary School, they're still lagging on that. The minister visiting and promising new schools everywhere. Fanny Village Government School dragging as well. Chatham Community Center delayed. And I understand from Minister Jeffrey, this habit they have now is giving green heartwood and purple heartwood to community centers outside in their areas. When it comes to La Brea, he getting pitch pine. And for us, it might be linoleum. But we will be checking on that. And just over the weekend, I tell you, little big things and little things. The Fortin, I don't want to go too much longer, but the Fortin cadets thrown out of the 103rd anniversary celebration of the cadets in Trinidad and Tobago. Why? A simple thing like that, no uniforms. 9 months now, I'm sending letters, calling, up the chain, down the chain, nothing at all. So when Borrow Day comes, it will be Superior cadets marching in Fortin, not Fortin, not good enough, and we're not accepting that. Point about it is Fortin is being neglected, we know that. And not only central Fortin, but also the peninsula, the very place they got their support is being neglected, and because they realize they still will never get the constituency of Fortin, right? I forgot about the water, no water treatment plant, no desalination plant, despite all of the advances and the monies that we paid to watch those services. This amounts, ladies and gentlemen, to oppression. That it is. The T-shaped village, archaic malfunctioning sewer system, repulsive and unhealthy. No response from WASA today to this urgent and risky situation. But I'll tell you a bit more about that. Let's go back to the peninsula. Enough said, and you know they write and say that the MP don't do anything for them. I could tell you I have the evidence here. Or in fact, a shame. Too many requests put in for the peninsula, and they're doing nothing about it. Construction of the main watercourse in the Carcass, bridge repairs in South Central Main Road, the Southern Main Road, Captiville to Chatham Junction, Jackson Trace and Wells Road, Buenos Aires, the Porto Grande Beach Road, Chatham Beach Road, all of those. It's not fair to me to list them out to you today here, ladies, but I want to emphasize, not even their own people who voted for them, but they will be directed differently on the next occasion. I know the people of the peninsula are smarter than that. The Cedros Jetty, all of those requests have been put in and nothing. I ask you tonight, is this democracy? Is this not prejudice? Is this a government operating on bias, partial to party and self-interest and not national interest? All of that hogwash that I read for you in front that the Prime Minister says at the swearing-in ceremony in her address to the nation. Crap, nonsense, that's what it is. Dismantling of everything that is good, including the security apparatus. Just look where we are today with security in this country. And let me tell you, in case you didn't know it, people in Point Fortin are struggling. People in La Brea are hungry. People in Faizabad, things are hard. And all these people are exhibiting their strong arm, tribal politics with corruption and squandermania being the norm. No growth, a very widening poverty gap, thanks to the PP government. A whole ministry set aside for diversity, and yet still they operate within a very divisive and a very divergent approach. That is this government for you. Not a government that is built on a foundation, on a good foundation. We want to return to the people's national movement. We want a return to committed, credible, and capable government. Tried, tested, and proven governance. We know by no means perfect, but we have always presented governments and leaders that are committed to the economic and social growth of the nation. To business persons, whether you had a shop in Sandy Grande or a bar in La Brea or a store in Chaguanas, every business person did well under the People's National Movement. Every citizen in this country flourished. So what do we ask of you as I close tonight? We ask you to be committed to the party, to be committed to sound leadership, to equity and fairness, to economic growth, to vision and direction that only the P.N.M can provide, to unfettered and fully functioning institutions which will help to promote the development, but with a very democratic intent. An improvement, ladies and gentlemen, in the lives and circumstances of each and every one of you here tonight, and every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. All I ask you is commit to the People's National Movement and to our political leader, Christopher Rowley. Great is the P.N.M, ladies and gentlemen. Great is the P.N.M, and we shall prevail.